And we're live. Hey, yes, it worked. First try. Thank you, Father. Hit that like button over here. And we're going to hit that button.
Yours is working. Mine isn't. Mine still says upcoming. Oh, there it is.
Hit that like button. Live chat. Okay. All right. I think we got all the housework out of the way. Bookkeeping, housekeeping. Good. You got a notification. That's a good thing. I don't think I did.
I don't think I did either.
Nope. Hello. Okay. Welcome to Sunday evening scripture reading.
Mm-hmm.
We are Ken and Amy, and this is Mountainside Homestead Ministries. The Homestead Ministry is just that, a homestead ministry. We are a 508c1a nonprofit ministry that we run here off the property, and it is a homestead ministry that its vehicle is food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we distribute food as much as we can into starting in the neighborhood, then out into the town and county, and goes that way. Not only do we distribute food, we also distribute growing food. So we have 11,000 cabbage starts on our porch.
Still growing.
It will be food, but that's going to go to another food ministry, because that's how you do things. You work with each other. But, the homestead ministry is also homestead. So like this weekend, we processed 35 chicken.
30, it was an odd, yes, 35.
So we didn't have a class this time,
Nope.
But HC was here to help, so that's always a blessing.
Yes.
I love seeing him and kept him out of the slippery spots, but he was up at the table doing the evisceration. It was great, and our time went really fast. Things went really well.
That video, but okay, so Bethany, our front porch, it's literally covered.
Our screen porch.
The screen porch. Both sides are covered with 153 flats of cabbages.
Yeah. 153 flats, 72 cells. Yeah, over 11,000. And in the big wins that we had last weekend, we only lost one tray, but we recovered 80% of it.
Yeah.
So
that could have been really bad. There was a tornado that hit the county. We don't ever get tornadoes out here, but there was a tornado that hit the county. It just went around us.
So
yeah.
And then part of the homestead ministry is we can go to other farms and help other farmers when they're doing things, or if they need to bring stuff here for us to take care of, they can do that. So it's a homestead.
I think there's an opportunity. Somebody wants some chickens and roosters taken care of, but they want to be part of it too. So we're going to have just a separate class for them to be part of it. And they could take their chickens home.
Take their chickens home 2 days later.
Yes. Yep.
Because that's the way we do it. You can finish it the same day. One, it makes for a really long day. And two, we're just really not set up to do it that way.
But also having the chickens on ice for that extra day gets the rigor out, and it just allows the meat to rest.
Yes. We prefer it that way.
Yeah.
So this week, we actually did weather. We started the weathering process of one of the rams, and that is basically the same way you would
band a tail.
So you have a device that stretches a rubber band, and you put it there and you release that rubber band and it holds and it cuts off circulation until stuff falls off.
So the reason why we're doing that is because he's sold, and she requested that that he be weathered. Typically, we've never done that with any of our rams.
Nope.
But it was the request of the buyer, so we did that.
We have weathered billy goat before.
That's different.
It's
weathering goats. They don't goat smell.
I know. Well, but I'm talking the process is the same.
Yes, it is. Okay.
The
reasons for weathering is different.
Right. But she also wants to leave that lamb on the mom because she wants the mom in milk, and she wants the ram to stay on because she may not be able to milk every day, so she'll have that option of milking or not. Plus she's getting another ram, but he will start latching on also. He already does. Yeah. But she'll have to separate him when he gets about 5 months. Speaking of which, we separated the kindergartners. So Dorcas, Martha, and Shula are in with the big moms. It's going hit and miss.
It's getting better.
It's getting better, yes. At first they were totally rejecting them.
Yes. But now they're getting used to it.
And the little girls are followers, and they follow me. So they're down at the bottom corner of our pasture, and in the morning for milking time, I have to walk them up.
Except this morning.
To the willow trees.
Well, I walked down, and he was walking up because So with the moms, they're used to running up to me. They know the routine. They run up to the barn to get milk, and they run back down to their spot. These little girls have no idea. They've always just walked alongside Ken with a bucket. So we're trying to train them to walk along with other moms.
And 2 of them are sold, but they're not going to be picked up until
end of August.
Okay.
It is August, but it was supposed to be mid-August, but now it's going to be the end of August. Okay. I believe.
So, yeah. So that we got that going on. But there's the 2 boys that are from that group. It's Too Yummy and Gideon, and they're doing great. They're back in their little spot, and they're hanging out, and they're butting heads and playing along, and they're doing really good.
We had to separate them because they were of age. I don't know if you mentioned that or not.
No, I don't think I mentioned that.
But yeah, we had to separate the boys from the girls. Otherwise, we'd have babies in January or December, and you
don't want a winter sheep. No winter lambs.
Does anybody know that reference?
Nobody likes a winter lamb, I guess. So, yeah. Then, we did the chicken harvest. I'm surprised that Amy's...
Good to hear so many have sold. And yes, we are happy too. We just need to get our numbers down for the amount of pasture that we have too.
And Bethany, I was going to send you a picture, but we are down to just that back platform of hay. So all the other platforms are empty now, and we're onto that back spot already.
Yeah, we go through it.
But yeah, so that's where we're at. And then, interesting enough, back to the chicken processing. So we put them in the freezer today, and we only had 1 bird that was over 4 pounds. I don't know if we messed up the week math, or it's a different.
Well, this breed, you said you saw more color.
I saw color in these birds. Usually they're just all white, and these tail feathers had some color to them. Even putting them up, they had some black pin feathers,
which is unusual because these are all white birds usually.
Yeah. So maybe the cross isn't quite right.
I don't know.
But I'm not complaining because, a 3.5 pound bird fits nice in the bag. It cooks nice. You know, the ones that are 2 pounds, on the other hand,
those are ours. We're not selling those.
Yeah, we did change feed a while back, but it's been a while. It's like this is like the 3rd round of birds.
Second. Mm-hmm. Because
middle, yeah, we did it in the middle of the batch.
Yes.
So yeah, but so second
full round.
Okay.
But this feed that we're using is a higher % protein,
Mm-hmm.
and with
so
that,
they should grow more faster.
But they actually get a lot more fat on them, which is very unusual. We've never had these guys grow out that much fat. So like on their belly, there's a little, like a thing of fat. And I actually was able to render some out.
That is schmaltz.
This is called schmaltz, and it's basically rendered chicken fat.
Mm-hmm.
So that I have 2 jars of it. I saved the fat from the last batch, and then I added it to this batch, rendered it all out, and now we have another fun fat to use.
Fats.
Well, it isn't. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, because we don't use a lot of the seed oils.
Right. No seed oils, no pork fat.
Nope.
None of that. So
it's like coconut oil, butter, olive oil. I've not done avocado oil in a while, just because the process is to get it from one thing to another it does too many steps.
No lard.
No, we are pork free.
Things are going really good with our renters.
Yes.
So far.
One more cabin to rent.
So we're trying to get one more rented out. If we have to start renting the 2 that are for sale, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But we are actively searching for somebody for one of the cabins. So hopefully the Lord will answer that one.
Soon, Bethany. Soon.
Sooner than later.
Oh. Yep.
And we are lowering the price for the 2 that are for sale.
Yep.
Took care of that paperwork last week. So not a lot, but maybe it'll help.
It's just the market, though.
Yeah.
The market is absolutely horrible right now. So if it's going to happen, it's going to be hell him, not us. That's for sure.
Exactly. So can we think of anything else for the? Oh, we had a great meeting Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday night or Thursday night? Thursday night. A friend of ours wanted to visit and talk. And this person came over and we talked
2.5 hours.
About 2.5 hours.
Didn't even seem like that long.
Felt like maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Great chat. Yeah, we
pray over that.
Yes.
Yep. That's a God thing in process.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, that was fun. That was a great chat. What else? I think that's about it. I put my notes away. Microgreens are still rocking.
Yep.
The peppers are still peppering. Whew. Took out another 7 pounds. Oh, where's the thing?
I don't know where all your notes are. We have a bunch in the dehydrator. You froze a bunch. And then last week I canned those ones.
So 17, 18, 19, probably a total of about 20 pounds of those peppers. Those spicy little peppers, I guess. Spice. So, but they're good. They're not too hot. I like the vinegar that we put them in. That's good. Like Amy said, we froze some so that we could use them for later because we don't want them getting ruined. Trying to dehydrate some. We may use them. They may go for chickens. We're not really sure, but we could use them to spice up a salsa.
You want me to make salsa?
No.
What?
Well, we can, but we could probably make a salsa. I was just picking on these.
Okay. I thought.
No. I think that's about everything. Yeah. Everything else is going well. So a little bit of rain here and there means we got to cut the grass a lot more and got to trim the pasture behind the ewes. So yeah, what else? You can have it flavored oil. That works too.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Infused oil.
Infused spicy. Like Calais.
Yes.
Actually, a friend of ours gave us some spicy oil.
Use it very sparingly.
Use it very
Because
sparingly.
he uses, I mean, his are like.
His is super hot.
Yeah.
So, okay, on to the big part. So we will sit here and we will read scripture with y'all. We try not to elaborate too much on the scripture itself. That is a discernment that we should all have. And I don't want to put my opinions or out there. Now, we're going to be reading Ruth tonight. And Ruth is actually a book that I read for the first time all the way through a couple months ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was led to preach on it. So never read it before that, and actually put a sermon together on Ruth. And actually I talked with my friend Mike today, and he brought up the story of the wheelbarrow in that conversation. And I told him I preached on that. And he was like, really? Oh, yeah. So yeah, it was a good little chat. But so we are in the NIV version. I'll come back this way, just because it's an easier read, and for no other reason. We have other versions that we have for study, for listening to, for other purposes. But when we're here reading with y'all, we read through the NIV. That may change, it may not. Follow the Spirit.
Yeah.
And the way we do it is we alternate. Amy will start us as she's reading through. If there's a natural break, I will take over. If there's not, and the chapter is too long, she will kick me under the table, and I will continue reading. But this is going to be, it's going to be a short read tonight. I mean, Ruth is only 4 chapters long, but it's good.
There's a lot in there.
I mean, if we were here tonight, if we had a group of people here tonight, this would be something that, we're having pizza for dinner tonight too. So we'd be preparing the pizza and we'd be talking about what we read and how it applies or how we can apply it. And I mean, it would be a wonderful time just to make pizza and talk about Ruth.
Yeah.
So
we're still
going to do it. And with all that being said, if I was there, no, we don't have to watch VeggieTales. We never have to watch VeggieTales.
I'll pull it up so he can see it.
It'll be probably going to Bing on my phone by the time after we close out.
Yeah, just send it to him.
So again, we're reading Ruth. Amy will get us started. I will turn on my light and annoy everybody. And Amy, when you're ready.
Ruth chapter 1. In the days when the judges ruled, there was...
Stop you right there. So, if you've been reading along with us, we just finished Judges. So this story actually takes place during what we just finished reading. Just make sure it's clear.
Okay.
Make continue.
I can start again.
You can start.
Okay. Ruth, chapter 1.
Thank you.
In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man from Bethlehem, Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech, his wife's name Naomi, and the names of their 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. They were Ephraimites from Bethlehem, Judah, and they went to Moab and lived there. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and when she was left with 2 sons, they married Moabite women, one named Orpah, the other Ruth. After they had lived there about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. When she heard in Moab that the Lord had come to the aid of his people by providing food for them, Naomi and her daughters-in-law prepared to return home from there. With her 2 daughters-in-law, she left the place where she had been living and set out on a road that would take them back to the land of Judah. Then Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go back, each of you to your mother's home. May the Lord show kindness to you as you have shown to your dead and to me. May the Lord grant that each of you will find rest in the home of another husband." Then she kissed them, and they wept aloud and said to her, "We will go back with you and your people." But Naomi said, "Return home, my daughters. Why would you come with me? I am going to have any more sons who could become your husbands? Return home, my daughters. I am too old to have another husband. Even if I thought there was still hope for me, even if I had a husband tonight and gave birth to sons, would you wait till they grew up? Would you remain unmarried for them? No, my daughters, it is more bitter for me than for you, because the Lord's hand has gone out against me." At this they wept again. Then Orpah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye, but Ruth clung to her. "Look," said Naomi, "your sister-in-law is going back to her people and her gods. Go back with her." But Ruth replied, "Don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." When Naomi realized Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped urging her. So the 2 women went on until they came to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them, and the women exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?" "Don't call me Naomi," she told them. "Call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." So Naomi returned from Moab, accompanied by Ruth the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, arriving in Bethlehem as the barley harvest was beginning.
Chapter 2. Yep. Now Naomi had a relative on her husband's side, from the clan of Elimelech, a man of standing whose name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabitess said to Naomi, "Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone in whose eyes I find favor." Naomi said to her, "Go ahead, my daughter." So she went out and began to glean in the fields behind the harvesters. As it turned out, she found herself working in a field belonging to Boaz, who was from the clan of Elimelech. Just then Boaz arrived from Bethlehem and greeted the harvesters. "The Lord be with you." "The Lord bless you," they called back. Boaz asked the foreman of his harvesters, "Whose young woman is that?" The foreman replied, "She is the Moabitess who came back from Moab with Naomi. She said, 'Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves behind the harvesters.' So she went into the field and has worked steadily from morning till now, except for a short rest in the shelter." So Boaz said to Ruth, "My daughter, listen to me. Don't go and glean in another field, and don't go away from here. Stay here with my servant girls. Watch the field where the men are harvesting, and follow along after the girls. I have told the men not to touch you, and whenever you are thirsty, go and get a drink from the water jars the men have filled." At this, she bowed down with her face to the ground. She exclaimed, "Why have I found such favor in your eyes that you notice me, a foreigner?" Boaz replied, "I've been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother and your homeland and came to live with a people you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." "May I continue to find favor in your eyes, my lord?" she said. "You have given me comfort and have spoken kindly to your servant, though I do not have the standing of one of your servant girls." At mealtime, Boaz said to her, "Come over here, have some bread, and dip it in the wine vinegar." When she sat down with the harvesters, he offered her some roasted grain. She ate all she wanted and had some left over. As she got up to glean, Boaz gave orders to his men. "Even if she gathers among the sheaves, don't embarrass her. Rather, pull out some stalks for her from the bundles and leave them for her to pick up, and don't rebuke her." So Ruth gleaned in the field until evening. Then she threshed the barley she had gathered, and it amounted to about an ephah. She carried it back to town, and her mother-in-law saw how much she had gathered. Ruth also brought out and gave her what she had left over after she had eaten enough. Her mother-in-law asked her, "Where did you glean today? Where did you work? Blessed be the man who took notice of you." Then Ruth told her mother-in-law about the one whose place she had been working. "The name of the man I worked with today is Boaz," she said. "The Lord bless him," Naomi said to her daughter-in-law. "He has not stopped showing his kindness to the living and the dead." She added, "That man is our close relative. He is one of our kinsman redeemers." Then Ruth the Moabitess said, "He even said to me, 'Stay with my workers until they finish harvesting all my grain.'" Naomi said to Ruth, her daughter-in-law, "It will be good for you, my daughter, to go with his girls, because in someone else's field you might be harmed." So Ruth stayed close to the servant girls of Boaz to glean until the barley and wheat harvests were finished, and she lived with her mother-in-law.
Chapter 3. One day Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her, "My daughter, should I not try to find a home for you where you will be provided for? Is not Boaz, with servant girls, you have been a kinsman of ours? Tonight he will be winnowing barley on the threshing floor. Wash and perfume yourself and put on your best clothes. Then go down to the threshing floor, but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do." "I will do whatever you say," Ruth answered. So she went down to the threshing floor and did everything her mother-in-law told her to do. When Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirits, he went over to lie down at the far end of the grain pile. Ruth approached quietly, uncovered his feet, and laid down. In the middle of the night, something startled the man, and he turned and discovered a woman lying at his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am your servant Ruth," she said. "Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a kinsman redeemer." "The Lord bless you, my daughter," he replied. "This kindness is greater than that which you showed earlier. You have not run after the younger men, whether rich or poor. And now, my daughter, don't be afraid. I will do for you all you ask. All my fellow townsmen know that you are a woman of noble character. Although it is true that I am near of kin, there is a kinsman redeemer nearer than I. Stay here for the night, and in the morning, if he wants to redeem, good, let him redeem. But if he is not willing, as surely as the Lord lives, I will do it. Lie here till morning. So she lay at his feet till morning, but got up before anyone could be recognized. And he said, Don't let it be known that a woman came to the threshing floor. He also said, Bring me the shawl that you were wearing and hold it out. When she did so, he poured into it 6 measures of barley and put it on her. Then he went back to town. When Ruth came to her mother-in-law, Naomi asked, How did it go, my daughter? Then she told her everything Boaz had done for her, and added, He gave me these 6 measures of barley, saying, Don't go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed. Then Naomi said, Wait, my daughter, until you find out what happens, for the man will not rest until this matter is settled today.
Chapter 4. Meanwhile, Boaz went up to the town gate and sat there. When the kinsman redeemer he had mentioned came along, Boaz said, Come over here, my friend, and sit down. So he went over and sat down. Boaz took 10 of the elders of the town and said, Sit here, and they did so. Then he said to the kinsman redeemer, Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling the piece of land that belonged to our brother Elimelech. I thought I should I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of these seated here and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do so. But if you will not, tell me, so I will know. For no one has the right to do it except you, and I am next in line. I will redeem it, he said. Then Boaz said, On the day you buy the land from Naomi and from Ruth the Moabitess, you acquire the dead man's widow in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property. At this, the kinsman redeemer said, Then I cannot redeem it because I might endanger my own estate. You redeem it yourself. I cannot do it. Now, in earlier times in Israel, for the redemption and transfer of property to become final, one party took off his sandal and gave it to the other. This was the method of legalizing transactions in Israel. So the kinsman redeemer said to Boaz, Buy it yourself, and he removed his sandal. Then Boaz announced to the elders and all the people, Today you are witnesses that I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech, Kilion, and Mahlon. I have also acquired Ruth the Moabitess, Mahlon's widow, as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property, so that his name will not disappear from among his family or from the town records. Today you are witnesses. Then the elders and all those at the gate said, We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your home like Rachel and Leah, and together built up the house of Israel. May you have standing in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem. Through the offspring the Lord gives you by this young woman, may your family be like that of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah.
So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. And he went to her, and the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The woman said to Naomi, Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a kinsman redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. For your daughter-in-law who loves you and who is better to you than 7 sons has given him birth. Then Naomi took the child, laid him in her lap, and cared for him. The woman living there said, Naomi has a son, and they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. This, then, is the family line of Perez. Perez was the father of Hezron, Hezron the father of Ram, Ram, the father of Amminadab, the father of Nahshon, the father of Salmon, the father of Boaz, the father of Obed, the father of Jesse, and Jesse the father of David.
That's a lot in those 4 chapters.
Yes, it is.
Another thought.
No, there was a...
That's about the preparing of the sheep. Before they brought the sheep into the house, they would anoint the feet with oil, from my understanding. It was part of that preparation process. The Passover lamb.
Yeah. We did a Bible study on this or something a while back, and there was a reason for that whole at his feet.
Yeah, that was a tradition in that time about laying at the feet and covering with the blanket. That was a traditional thing. It's not the same as the washing of the feet, and it's not the same as the preparing of the lamb's feet with the oil.
His feet.
Is that what it said?
No, it's all feet.
It's all feet. Oh yeah. So that's what we do every Sunday, starting at 7:30, as close as we can, because this is a homestead and things happen.
Yep.
Thankfully, lately things have been going well, and we even were able to get the laptop charged in order to be online tonight.
Yeah. It was. He opened it up. He's like, "Oh, battery's almost dead."
Mm-hmm. So we charged for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand. If you have questions and want to leave them in the comments, please do. We do look at the questions in the comments. If you have prayer requests and don't want it public, feel free to reach out, email, cell phone. Everything's down in the show notes below. And
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, I got a little time. So I've been studying because, so we do our reading. And of course we have our studies. I've been doing my own reading in Genesis. And I've been stuck on chapters 1 through 4. And I've been reading it now for about a week and a half.
Yeah.
In understanding the timeline of things, I thought I was reading it for one purpose, and now I'm into a whole different purpose. And because on the 6th day, God creates man and woman in his image. On the 7th day, he rests. And in chapter 2, he creates from dust Adam and breathes his breath into him, creates the garden, and Adam starts to take care of the garden, takes the rib, creates Eve.
But it could be like with what we read tonight with the judges, and then this is what was happening.
Is it a look back?
I would
to the 6th day.
I think so. That's what I would think.
But then
everything was done.
But then with Cain and Abel, Cain goes out, but he's afraid that
where all the other people came from.
Where did all the other people came from? Because Eve only had 3 boys. I'm just putting it out there. It's not. If you want to send messages, we could talk. If you want, yeah. But that's what I've been on. And I've also been in Acts, and I'm supposed to be in Revelation too. Yes, I understand that. it's a new wrinkle that I'm working on, and inside, not on the outside. Got enough wrinkles on the outside. All right. Well, we're gonna go make some pizza. Talk about this some more. I'll probably get talked to a little bit, but that's okay. No. No. But now that Doof is barking, he must be saying we're done. So we're gonna go make some pizza and have some dinner. He's out there smelling and barking.
All right. Sounds good.
Y'all take care and God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
See ya.